Hi, welcome to everyone's favourite segment, Mailbag. Let's get straight into it from Vancouver, British Columbia. Hi to all my viewers in Vancouver. I love Vancouver, great city. I like the sound of this one. I won't spoil it. There we go, that's better. I know what it is, but I don't know exactly what it is of. So let's have a squiz. And cardboard protection, nice double walled thickness cardboard, nicely protected. And there's a note, we'll read it in a second. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Doc Brown, signed. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. That's signed by Christopher Lloyd. Thank you very much. As it turns out, the person who sent this one in, you would know them, I'm sure, but they didn't want to say who it is in the mailbag, so fair enough. But thank you very much, anonymous person. They went to a fan expo where Christopher Lloyd was, and apparently the line stretched like 200 metres outside the building. He gave a Q&A talk. Anyway, you got to meet him, shake his hand, and get this awesome autograph. Thank you very much. So I'm going to frame this one and put it right next to my genuine DeLorean parts. Look at that, number 128. These are actual parts from the screen-used hero car, the DeLorean Time Machine. Awesome. And that's Bob Gale's signature. Thank you very much. Awesome. Next up, some vintage stuff. You know we love vintage stuff. Thank you very much, Alfredo Sandoval from San Jose, California. Everyone knows where San Jose is. I've been to San Jose. Interesting little town slash city. It's a city. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, Alfredo, what have we got? It's a Sencore UHF prescaler. Okay, 2-minute teardown. And what else? Little 4-banger. A Qualitron. A Qualitron. Yeah, it feels real quality 4-banger. Oh, wow. 2-minute teardowns. Behold the Qualitron. Oh, it just oozes quality. Look at this. Does it work? You bet it works. Look at this. Oh, man, it can even do decimal points. Yeah, 4-banger. And as usual with these, let's take a look. Ta-da! We're in like Flynn, and yeah, crusty as one switch. I like the fact that they've put all the batteries in the one direction. I hate when they swap directions. That's just lazy because they can lick the two like that. So they've gone to the extra effort to wire them back there. So, you know, you've got to give that a thumbs up. But look at the dodgy links on here. Oh my goodness. And they're covered in some sort of, it's dead, wrapped in plastic. It's been inspected. Quality inspected for the Qualitron. Ooh, Futaba. There you go. Is that for a 1974 vintage, perhaps? I found this floating around inside DCV 4055. Is that the model number? And look, 19th week 75, I believe that is. Yep, 19th week 75, all right. EA 7055 chipset. Look at that symbol. Never seen it before. And here's inside this puppy. Excuse me while I just fondle the nipple there. And yeah, check that out. Not the world's greatest wiring. So it was very common to see stuff hand-wired like that back in the 70s. But yeah, that's all she wrote in a 4-banger calculator. And of course, high voltage supply. That'd be this brick here. That's potted. Looks like a potted brick there to drive the vacuum fluorescent display, but that's about all she wrote. But I tell you what, they gilded the lily here. Look at this, metal spaces. None of this, you know, in plastic insert rubbish. Sencore UHF prescaler, multiply counter reading by 10. Designed to go into your frequency counter. We've got the original box here. Extend any 60 meg frequency counter into 600 meg UHF, and these were big. Back in the day, very popular do-it-yourself. Got the original manual in there by the looks of it. I wonder if it's got a schematic. Let's have a squiz. Wow, look at this. operation and application manual. Oh, all the original. Wonder if we can still get the warranty on it. Send it in. Wonder if they're still there. Anyway, oh, typical counting input range. Oh, look at that. Nice hand drawings back then. Beautiful. The old black and white photo. Nah, no schematic. Let's rip it open. So yes, frequency counters were very popular kits back in the day, and also pre-scaler as well, to get you the right up into the RF range, you know, the hundreds of megahertz and things like that. Most of them, a lot of frequency counter front ends all use that same Motorola chip. What was it? Hang on, well, let's have a squiz. Oh, there we go. FA tester. Put that on your resume. This instrument is 100% made right. I love it. So let's see if we can, oh yeah, get this open somehow. I'll get back to you. Here we go. Ta-da! We're in like Flynn. And which one have we got? Oh. Yep, 11, that's the one I'm thinking of. I think the 11C90 front end, but that's all she wrote. Look at that. Manhattan construction there. Pretty how you doing, but you know, it did the business back in the day. I wonder how much this puppy cost, but yeah, there's not much to it. It's basically just a divide by 10 a diff amp, well, a diff front end usually with a divide by 10 amp. I'll see if I can get the data sheet. Hi to everyone in Louisville, Kentucky, in the United States, for those who don't know, and in particular Don Hoover. Thank you very much. Famous last name, Hoover. Hoover vacuum cleaner and all. So let's see what's inside this thing. It is a 2-minute, there will be a 2-minute teardown. Geez, I'm not too good with the old knife today. Oh, oh. Ham radio call card, WS4E. I assume, yes, it is a call card. So Don's obviously a ham. So do we have some ham related stuff? Maybe? For 2-minute teardown. We have a crappy Drill Master charger. There will be nothing inside this. I guarantee it. It's like a 2-second teardown. Ooh, UL listed plug pack. Thank you very much. And something else. What? The iSesame opening tool. Street cred for the dot matrix printer. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. That brings back memories on my Tandy. What was it? What was it? The 106? I don't know. 8-pin dot matrix printer. Oh, or was it 9-pin dot matrix printer? Thank you very much. The world's most dodgiest battery charger. Yeah, it's not uncommon, sadly. There's nothing in this. There's no regulation. Anyway, yeah, there'll just be a dropper resistor in there, and that's basically it. And Don says, yeah, you could cook these batteries if you just left them on too long. And sadly, that is still very, very common. Oh, hang on, this one's fancy-pantsy. Look at this. Got a couple of diodes in there and a tranny by the looks of it. But that's like for just driving the LEDs. But anyway, there's no active charging circuitry. So, yeah, fail. So you can actually see what's going on here. Here's the negative input here. Goes straight over to the negative of the battery. The positive input here goes straight through. You got 2 series diodes like that straight out. So yeah, definitely no active charging. And then it's just tapping off the voltage here to do a you know, a charge LED or a full LED or whatever. Just detect a voltage detection like that. But yeah, there's nothing to cut out the charge whatsoever. So these are just horrible. Love the name, Ningbo Zingrong Electric Co. UL listed though. And there she is inside. Oh, full wave bridge rectifier, none of this half wave rubbish. And yeah, whatever brand cap that is. At least it's 105 degrees C rated. My frequency is snail mail. My YouTube signal is 59. I assume that's good. Sorry, I'm not a ham. Got one from Australia, no bloody worries. Thank you very much, Bob. Bob is actually my uncle, you know. I do actually have an Uncle Bob. Thank you very much. Anyway, this one's from Bob Baxter. Thank you very much. Let's, oh, okay. Have a look. Oh, data precision. Oh, it's capacitance meter. I thought it was a multimeter at first glance, but they're obviously trying to emulate the famous Fluke, you know, side button interface, as so many companies did back then. I wouldn't surprise me if that still works at all. So that would come from the 80s. Oh, and we have a rip-off sports cam. This is actually a rip-off of a rip-off. Now, this is the SJCAM. I've got the SJCAM 4000 and the SJCAM 5000, and they're pretty decent cameras. These are rip-offs of the GoPro, but these are like really good rip-offs, and a lot of people use these because quality is kind of almost as good as the GoPro, but it's like a quarter of the price. I use these for time-lapse. These are fantastic for doing time-lapse stuff. So I've got a whole bunch of these, and these are like under $100 each or just over, depending if you get the Wi-Fi one. And this one is a rip-off of the rip-off. This rip-off is so good that people rip off the rip-off. So you can get fake SJCAM, and SJCAM actually go to all the trouble to do holographic you know, stuff to, you know, prove it's genuine and on the box and all that sort of stuff. So, which is absolutely fascinating. I love that people rip off the rip-offs. Yes, here you go. Saying the same thing. I was right on the money. It's a rip-off of the rip-off. Bought it on what is it? New Frog for $22 or $21.59. So, you know, you get what you pay for. $23. No, it's a bit $23 Australian, is it? But yeah, it's insane. He says not even worth a toy for Sagan, as even he would be disappointed with the results. So yeah, it's not terrific. When you get a rip-off of a rip-off, well, you get ripped off. But hey, you know, if you just want something crusty for $20, you know, if you put in 10 of these on a quadcopter or something like that, but yeah, at least, I think at least pony up the money for the genuine SJCAM. But it is actually amazing that you can actually buy this, you know, like for $23 with the waterproof case and all the straps and all the attachments. It's almost like the camera is free. You know, all these attachments. How can anyone be making money on this? How can anyone possibly be making money? It hasn't even got a brand on the damn thing, but it's just sports cam. Thank you very much. Like, just unbelievable what they can churn these things out for. It's just nuts. How is anyone making a living from this? How? So there's the genuine SJ 4000, and I've got the new SJ 5000. It's even nicer. And look, it's got a bigger screen on the back, the cheapie, but look at the lens. You can just tell it's cheap ass compared to the SJ Cam one. It's just like, yeah, you know it's not going to do the business. And here's what I was telling you about the SJCAM ones. They're, you know, been so plagued with rip-offs of them that they've got this genuine scratch and check on here, thing that you can, I think you can go to the website and check that you actually got a genuine SJCAM and not one of these rip-off ones. Oh, man. Unbelievable, because some of them are genuinely brand. I mean, this one's not. It's just sports cam, so you know you're not getting an SJCAM, but there are genuine rip-offs out there that are, you know, not the real deal, and they look and branded exactly the same, and they're probably even copying the scratch and check now. Who knows? So that's obviously more than a 2-minute teardown to do this sort of justice, or even 10 minutes. So yeah, maybe, you know, if you want to see a direct teardown comparison of this versus the rip-off, although I would probably go out and get one of the genuine SJCAM clones, you know, that claim to be SJCAM, but they're not. So, you know, maybe if you've got a link to one of those that you know is a genuine, or a non-genuine one, then we can compare it with the real McCoy. Alright, this is straight out of the box, 720p footage. Oh, it looks pretty crusty. On the LCD anyway. The LCD's not terrific, but we'll see. Let's go in for the close-up of the SJCAM. How does that look? Let's see what a PCB looks like up close. I'll try and hold it steady. Wow, look at this baby. Data precision, a 938. Did anyone have one of these? Is anyone still using one of these? 200 puff range, thank you very much. Very nice. It's got 0. I mean, you know, it's going to do the business. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's a little bit crusty, but, you know, hey, decent tool. USA, USA, USA. Oh, check it out. That's convenient. Spare fuse in there. No worries. Look at this. I rather like this. You know, you take the back off like that. I love the little thumb screw. Doesn't come out. They've actually engineered this quite well. Wow, look, even got a strap. Even got a strap for the pulling out the fuse. Oh, attention to detail. This is pretty nice. And we'll power it up. I'll put my Arco reference capacitor in there, which is bang on 10N. And look at that. Bang on. No wuckers. Oh, this thing's a Bobby Dazzler. And we're in like Flynn. There we go. ICL 7106 Classic multimeter chipset there, because that's basically what it's doing. It's just the front end capacitance measurement front end is just converting it to a standard like a 200 millivolt full scale input signal for a standard multimeter chipset. So there's a genuine intercell one. Got a date code 7th week 1980. So this baby is not new, but got a couple of RCA parts in there. Ah, look at that. Love the trimmer in there. Look at that for the zero adjust. Wow. But yeah, all through hole construction. Classic mesh ground plane on there. That was, you know, all the rage back in the day when they had issues manufacturing PCBs. And yeah, I won't go into details. And a whole bunch of trannies on the front end there. And wow, those little packages. Tiny thin tabs on those things. But yeah, that's an interesting little puppy. Wow, from 1980 and still bang on after what? 36 years. Nice. And that's actually got shield in too. The front of that thing, you can see it, metallized front panel there for some extra shielding for the front end. It's great. I love this thing. And you've got to remember, back in the day, you know, the 1980s, even into the 90s, really, I think, like a lot of multimeters did not have a capacitance tester built in. I had a very early Dick Smith branded 100k ohm per volt analog multimeter that had a couple of capacitance ranges on it, and that was like groundbreaking stuff. Oh, a meter that can measure capacitance. So, you know, you really wanted a dedicated capacitance meter like this, and this would have been very costly back then. And, you know, it goes right down to 200 puff and right up to 2000 mic. You know, ideally it would have been nicer to go a bit higher than that, but, you know, covered all the ranges and it would have been nicely precise. I don't know what the specs of this baby is, but, you know, it would have been really decent. So to have a professional capacitance meter like this would have been the duck's guts. Next up we have one from Raj Kapildos. Hi to all my viewers from Lithuania. It actually says Lutuva, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Apparently that's the pronunciation for Lithuania. So yeah, I had to go check that. Anyway, thank you very much, Raj. So let's, I assume it's Raj is, well, like last name first kind of thing, I believe. Anyway, so last name could be Raj. If so, apologies. What do we got? Oh, old school. Oh, wow. There's actually no smell to that. Either that or I've got a blocked nose. I can't, there is no smell to that. What the? Anyway, I think it's going to pop open. It looks Russian. Ta-da! Oh, wow, look at that. Ohm scale. So we've got ourselves an ohmmeter. Brilliant. Nope, I have no idea who Raj is. It's actually from Martinez. Thank you very much. He's an electrical engineering student. Yeah, we've got a ohmmeter from the Soviet Union. None of this Russian rubbish. Genuine Soviet Union. Thank you very much. And this old-fashioned ohmmeter. Let's check it out. Let's push the button again and flip her up. Oh no, it's upside down. All the electrons are going to fall out. But, oh, look at that. I mean, who had one of these babies? So would have had our 0 adjust here, but that's, you know, none of this range switch rubbish. Just choose your range you want on the banana jack. But hey, that's pretty neat. Original documentation. Oh, CCCP. Do we have a schematic? Oh, it's got lots of 1990. 1990. Wow. Pretty recent. Oh, come on. Give me a schematic. There we go. Hey. There's not much to it, of course, you know. That's all you need for an ohmmeter. And none of this diode protection rubbish on your meter movement either. Oh, doesn't fit a C-cell. And as is common with these things, look at this. Gunk. That's basically your old school calibration seal. Actually, that's really effective. It's super deep down in there, and I can't seem to get the screwdriver blade through the thing into it. So I'd have to skip the teardown on this thing. I don't want to like spend ages trying to suck out this gunk. It's really horrible stuff. I love it when I get stuff from No Starch Press. Thank you very much. I've actually got an open book deal with No Starch Press. They approached me many years ago. If I want to write a book, let them know, and they will publish it for me. So thank you very much. I think you'll know the author of this book. Oh, inside the Tvec envelope. It's supposed to be tear-proof, but they're not. Anyway, ta-da! Oh. That doesn't look like no. Oh, no, it's different to the cover that's on here. Anyway, The Hardware Hacker, Inventors in Making and Breaking Hardware by Andrew Bunnie Huang. And you should know Bunnie, of course. We've had him on the Amp Hour Excellent episode. And this is adventures of him in hardware hacking. Brilliant. We've got a note. So what they've actually sent me here is actually an uncorrected proof. I mean, that's not what the title is going, like the front cover is going to look like, December 2016. So I'm surprised that they went to the effort to actually do that. Anyway, if it hasn't been released yet, it will be shortly, and made in China. All adventures, and it's basically a collection of essays from Bunnie, Adventures in Manufacturing, made in China, and doing all that sort of stuff. And I won't spoil it for you, but there's lots of photos and a tale of 2 zippers. Ooh. Anyway, lots of adventures in manufacturing stuff in China. So I am going to really enjoy fakes and US military designs. Ooh, fantastic. Anyway, the story of Chumby. So there you go, if you want to know all about Chumby and cash flow and everything else. Oh, we've got schematics and all sorts of stuff. The Novena laptop that Bunnie did on crowd supply and stuff like that talks all about this. This is going to be fantastic. This is requisite reading for anyone in the business. Hacking and security, which Bunnie's into, and all sorts of stuff. So, that's got winner, winner, chicken dinner written all over it. 355 selected interviews. Brilliant. I'd say get this puppy. Haven't even read it. I don't even need to read it. I know it's going to be good. Oh, I've just been flicking through this off camera, and geez, yeah, this is good. I love this one. This man hand-placed the cheaper connectors on every Chumby for about a nickel per unit. Thanks to him, Chumbies were $2 cheaper, which freed up more money for us consumers to spend at Starbucks. Brilliant. You've got to get The Hardware Hacker. I'll link it in down below. Do yourself a favour. To That Mad Aussie Bloke by Anonymous. It looks like I see the Queenie on there, so this is possibly from the old dart, so thank you very much, anonymous person. Oh god, no, I can't. This is like too big to slip into there, so sorry for all you Crocodile Dundee knife aficionados. I'm going to have to do that, because it's, you know, it's not the... Oh, yeah, the point is, like, but you've got to get it, like, hold the tongue at the right angle. It's a bit hard. It's all for show. Anyway, thank you very much. Ian, excellent. Sergeant Tech on the forum. Excellent. Thank you very much. What do we got? What on earth is that? Oh, that's a wrist strap tester. So 2-minute teardown on that. It's just got like a low, pass, high. So it's basically just comparing the 1 meg strap resistance. That's all it's going to be. It's going to probably have a window comparator in there, would be my guess. I've never torn apart a wrist strap tester, but that's all it's checking for, is that there's a 1 meg resistor in there. And what on earth is this? BMW. It's a BMW 868.4 megahertz AM/FM. AM/FM what? I don't know. But it's some sort of BMW thingo. Guess I should read the note. Oh, okay. It's the keyfob receiver. Geez, that's huge, isn't it? Anyway, you got to bolt the thing down, and yeah, that's the receiver for the keyfob for a 5 Series BMW. 2-minute teardowns. So let's check out this BMW keyfob receiver. Looks like it just clips apart. No screws. There it is. We're in like Flynn, and might be an interesting thing or two in here. It's a bit crusty on the underside. Take a look at that. Anyway, yeah, a bit of corrosion problem. I like this. Look, these are the big 2 screw mounts here for the thing, and that is sort of like, look, a die cast mold here to get proper grounding between the big stud and over here. That's just remarkable. I mean, like, yeah, why they've really gilded the lily there. All right, well, let's follow the signal, shall we? There's our antenna input. That goes into a TDA 1576 from NXP. So you can look up the data sheet at home. Is that a little fuse there, perhaps? Anyway, what's that puppy? A TEA. So we're getting into all these analogy RF type chips. Now this is interesting. Check it out. It looks like we've got ourselves an inductor here. Basically a coil. There's the bottom side of it. Goes in here, goes to there, goes back, boom, boom, boom. We've basically got ourselves a PCB, a double-sided PCB coil there. Why they've done that? That looks like, it's the output of some regulator or something. So what is going on there? I'm not entirely sure why they've done that. That is strange. They're not using this thing as an antenna. I mean, are they? But then we've got the external antenna thing over here, but I don't know. Is it like a tank circuit? Is that capacitor part of the, in parallel to form an LC tank? I'm not sure what's going on there. Very, very interesting, but there's lots of analogy goodness on here. It seems to be almost all analogy goodness. TDA 5210, whatever that is. And what frequency is that? 6.7 meg, is it? What's under there? Tell you what, they've gone to some business with that shield over there. It could almost... No, it's not an afterthought. They've actually routed the board in there, but they soldered that on and bent that over like that to form like a half can over. Ta-da! There it is. Oh, upside down. All the electrons will fall out. Some NEC jobby. Look at that number. Jeez. Anyway, that's pretty... And then our output over here. That's pretty much all she wrote. Wow, but that's fascinating bit of engineering that's gone into that. I would have... that's a lot of effort for just a key fob. I don't know what these connectors down here do. Not sure what's going on there, but interesting. A lot more complicated than I expected. Apparently this thing cost Ian 325 bucks Australian, 200 pounds for this thing, and it failed. So, yeah, is that like the corrosion over there is not very good. So, could that have caused it perhaps? I don't know, a bit of isopropyl alcohol on there might have cleaned that puppy up. But, yeah, bloody expensive car black boxes. Cirrus wrist strap tester. You tap here and you get low, pass or high. I'll try it out first. Am I going to pass? There's only one way to find out. Oh, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Thank you very much. Whoop, a little bit on the high side. There you go, 780k, but geez, can't believe it. Oh, there we go, high. We finally get to 11 meg. Oh, there we go. 1.0. Yeah, 10.7 meg or something. Geez, the wrist strap is normally a meg. I'm not sure what, you know, if there's a standard for this sort of thing, but usually they're a meg, so 10 meg is pretty high, but still between just under a meg and 10 meg odd. And what did I tell you? LM339 quad comparator, or TLC version. Hi to all my viewers from Finland. Oh yes, it's an upgrade kit. Thank you very much, Jua, or Jua. J-U-H-A. Thank you very much from Light Placer for that pick and place machine. Yes, it's still sitting down there unassembled, unfortunately. Haven't had the time to get it, and neither has Tiernan as well. He hasn't had time to sit down because you probably need a week to sort of assemble that and you know, get the thing up and running. More than that probably before you actually get a first you know, play with it and stuff like that. So it's a lot of commitment. I'm hoping to eventually get it done, but this is an upgrade kit for the nozzle. That automatic nozzle change, better nozzle, improved accuracy, all that sort of stuff. The software keeps evolving, all that sort of stuff. The Light Placer. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mushy from Singapore. Anyway, I think it might be one of these eBay things maybe, although it's got the black plastic wrap, so I'm not sure what's doing there. So let's have a look at it. Sounds eBay dodgy, so could be a 2-minute teardown crappy eBay item. It's a Hyper Voltage Stabiliser. Oh God, it's going to be a capacitor in a box. It's going to be a capacitor in a box. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? High voltage stabilizer. Yeah, you whack it on your car and it stays. Not much weight in that. You know, you're not really getting your money's worth. Probably $5 on eBay. I don't know. Yeah, that is going to red and black, so it's polarized. That's going to be a capacitor in there, surely, like a super cap. But like, it's not even a proper. Like, it's probably not big enough to be a proper super cap. What do they claim? Increase, oh, no. This is woo-woo bullshit. Increase horsepower and torque. Better throttle response, improved audio sound quality, longer battery lifetime, improved fuel efficiency. Wow, this does everything. Increase headlight brightness, improve ignition flow, strengthen starting power, stabilize voltage, and improved engine performance, specially designed for water and heat resistance. That's dodgy as. Oh, wow, this is so bad. Let's tear this thing down. I doubt it's potted. Oh, this is shocking. Wow. Look at all the claims for this. Without even opening it up, I can tell you that is...
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5.
Ooh, Japanese technologies. Hyper voltage stabilizer. It feels like absolute garbage, let me tell you. Oh, let's crack it open. Alright, are you ready for the bullshit? Here we go. It's a capacitor. Oh, we got a couple of little, couple of puff ceramic caps. What are they doing on there? But, yeah, look, it's even populated. It's even, like, it's not populated. It's got a footprint for an 8-pin, an 8-pin dip package there. And it's got some components around it. It's nothing. It's not even... There's no active part in there. Oh, look at the soldering. Oh, that's dry as a dead dingo's donga. Look at that. Oh, I have to show you that in glorious detail. Can we give a little bit of, whoops, sorry. No, you know, it's holding, but geez, that is crusty. Oh my goodness, what a shocker. Oh, check it out. A JCAM brand. What is it? 4700 mic, 20 volt cap. I'm going to do the only decent thing that needs to be done to this thing is just unscrew that. is just an absolute shocker. Look, we've got a little 0 ohm jumper here connecting that over, but basically, yep, you can see the capacitors just directly across there through the 0 ohm jumper around to here and straight across there and all this other crap. Give me a break. Oh, goodness. Yep.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit. Warning, warning, bullshit alert.
And I love it how they put these ginormous gauge wires on here like it's the duck's guts. You know, oh, big, heavy current flowing through this thing. And it's a little pissant capacitor with a little 0 ohm jumper. Oh. Hi to all my viewers in Paris, France, of course. Everyone knows where Paris is. Casalonga? First name? Last name? I don't know, but we don't get too many from France. I'm not sure what. France is not in my top 10, is it, of YouTube countries? I don't think it is. I stand to be corrected, but what do we got? Thank you very much. Yeah, JJ Casalonga. Thank you very much, JJ. Ooh, ooh. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Contents designed and made in France. Wow. Oh, yeah. Widescreen comes in handy for a watch. A HDD watch. Wow. I'll do the unboxing of this up close with the second cam. JJ's actually designed and built these himself in Paris at hddwatches.com. It includes an original Microdrive. What? Let's crack this thing open and see what's inside here. This is going to be quite something, I think. Nice box, by the way. Oh, does the Microdrive, yeah, I've got one. I've got a couple of these. I've been meaning to do like a teardown of them. But can you see it? Can you see the Microdrive spin? Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm excited. This is nerd watch heaven. Oh, look at this. Wow, oh, I love the strap. Look at that. The strap, the circuit board strap. Oh, that is, this is just gorgeous. Look at that. It's a Microdrive. All the bits out of a Microdrive into, you know, we've got our watch face here, and it's non-marked, of course. I don't like watch faces that aren't marked, but I can appreciate the beauty of that. And with the watch band, oh my goodness, this is stunning. hddwatches.com, 4GB Microdrive made in France. Oh, I don't care what this thing costs. Get one. It's just awesome. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't spin around. I don't even think the head moves, of course, that would take a significant current, but I can set that puppy. And shame it doesn't have a second sweep hand. That would have been really nice, but that's the build quality on that is really quite stunning. I love it. Oh, it's just wow. Thank you very much, JJ. That is one of the best things I've ever seen. Brilliant. Oh, fits on the wrist beautiful too. Oh, stunning. Words cannot express how cool that is. Thank you very much, Morten Horth, I believe from Denmark. Hi to all my Danish viewers. There's lots of little stuff in here, so let's... oh, no, hang on. No, this could, I suspect, I might have to open this one carefully. Yes, don't get that many from Denmark, do we? I have mixed in with Sweet Moments marzipan bars. Oh, since 1884. Oh, they look very Cadbury-like, but I'm sure that's an insult. I'm sure they're Anton Berg. Oh, by appointment to the Royal Danish Court. Thank you very much. Okay, what else have we got? No idea what that is. Plastic clip. And we have a fan. Why do we have a fan? A San A60 Sanyo Denki fan. Decent quality, nice depth on that. This actually comes from a team, my Playhouse YouTube channel and Brainiac75, linked in down below. Check them out. They're two Danish YouTubers. They're now teamed up to make a co-op video, combining our two areas of video making. We ended up taking the world's strongest and largest neodymium magnet and dragging it over 3 running high-end enterprise rack servers, IBM, HP, and Dell. I'm getting fan mail. Get it? Fan mail? We've got a San A60 Sanyo Denki fan, and apparently, I won't spoil what, in the video. Go watch the videos down below when they put a huge, powerful magnet over some rack servers. That's got to be fun. But they also killed 3 out of the 4 fans in the Dell server. So I assume this is out of the Dell server. And it's a PowerEdge 2950 Mark III, I guess, for those playing along at home. So the neodymium magnet killed 3 of the 4 fans. And they actually wanted to know my thoughts on why. And I guess my first guess is that the motor itself, it's basically just a coil. Okay, it can induce a really high voltage, so that could have killed by that moving the magnet over it, the moving magnetic field, massive amount of magnetic flux in there with one of these huge neodymium magnets. That could have generated an impulse in the coil that actually fed back in and killed the motor driver. That could have happened, but whether or not it actually killed the fan, I might try and actually power this thing up and see if it still spins. But that could have killed the motor driver perhaps, or because this is going to have sensor feedback and it's probably got like a Hall effect sensor in there, they could have killed the Hall effect sensor. And if the sensor's dead, it just won't start up the fan or whatever. So that's like there. It's possible. I see 2 failure modes there because there's only like 2 things in this. There's a fan with a coil and a sensor. That's it. So the magic smoke has apparently escaped from this, so let's power it up and see if we can get it to spin first of all. And sure enough, this thing does not spin. Hook it up to the red and the black wire. I assume that's the business. And hooked up to 12 volts is 1.8K, so it's not open, but yeah, she ain't spinning. This particular series fan comes in various options with various sensors, non-sensors, and lock inputs and all sorts of stuff. And if you haven't seen inside one of these puppies before, let me do you a favour, and ta-da! We're in like Flynn. Here we go. There's a little bearing there, which actually sits on there like that, on the shaft, and you can see our coil's down in there, and yeah, if that coil resistance is 1 something K, then I'm a monkey's uncle. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of control stuff in here. There's an LB11850, and we can get the data sheet on that. It's an on-semi fan controller, so there's your problem right there. Yeah, so the magnet has obviously blown something inside this thing. As I said, it probably got like a huge spike on this puppy or something like that. Due to, the magnet going over the top, it's going to induce a huge field on this, and it obviously didn't like that. So this thing, pretty intelligent fan. It's got the control and everything built in. So there you go. I can't seem to get that board out of there. It seems pretty darn stuck in there. I don't think there's anything on the bottom side except for some of the connections, but there you go. That's what happens when you put a huge neodymium magnet near one of these smart, intelligent whiz-bang fans. Oops. And check out our permanent magnet inside this thing. There we go. Whoop. That's not me doing that. It's just... and that is really... This is a very, very impressive fan. Super high quality. I mean, you're not going to pick these up for $2 on eBay. Maybe second hand, but certainly brand new. These would cost a pretty penny. And the one thing you'll notice on that is that there are only those 4 contacts in there for the coils. So there is no like sensor, Hall effect sensor or opto sensor or anything like that. This is actually a closed looped feedback system, and this is an intelligent controller that's driving that based on the coils. It really is quite a neat bit of kit. So yeah, it's not just open loop. You don't just apply 12 volts and away she goes just at full pelt. This thing is actually a closed loop control system using the drive coils. Neato. Thank you very much, Caruso from Windsor in Ontario, Canada. Let's take a squiz at what's in here. Okay, I know what it is, kind of, but I don't know what type, which is very common. It's in a PCB way box, but I doubt that it's just a PCB. So let's have a squiz. Sealed for our protection. But it's a little module and an experiment. Oh, it's got a Rat Shack. Okay. I've got it. It is wrapped for our protection. It's dead, wrapped in plastic. And we've got ourselves a little dev board module, the Panduino. Let's check it out. And Roberto has developed the Panduino, open source Arduino Uno compatible, designed for use with breadboard, uses readily available low-cost components, several features that appeal to hobbyists, students, socketed dip package, microcontroller in case it's damaged, all that sort of stuff. It allows you to interface with 3.3 volt devices, etc., etc. So I'll link it in down below. Obviously, when people send in these little boards, I don't power them up and go through the motions. It takes a lot of time to try these things out, but suffice it to say, I'll link it in down below, and if it meets your needs, get one. Check it out. Ooh. 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 Yes, we have a winner. It looks like they're using my new labeling system for this thing. So SPB stands for Schematic, PCB, and Bill of Materials. So that's what they're releasing for this thing. The first one I've seen in the wild. You bloody beauty.